Hey, what is going on, everybody? It's Davey Crocco. What I'm going to play for you is a video of Joe Budden. He is a rapper that I really respect. I like his opinions on topics, and I've been a huge supporter of him and his music. But on this podcast of his, he goes into the Jussie Smollett story from an insider's perspective, someone that was in the industry, someone that was signed by Def Jam, someone that, really hit it big with a single called Pump It Up back in the day. And he knows about the inner workings. He knows about the evil shit that goes on. And he's not buying this story for a second. And I don't think anyone could have said it better than him. So I'm going to preface this by saying that the Chicago PD intend to charge Jussie Smollett if the false report was filed. And you guys can go back to the video I did about this. It's called MAGA Hoax Crime. And you can check that out. But just listen to what this guy says. And I think it'll be very clear to anybody that's watching and looking into this story that this guy fucking lied. He probably got into a situation he did not want to be in. He probably got in a fight. He probably was fighting with his fucking boyfriend or something. Something happened to him, and then he spun a tail. And Joe Budden goes perfectly into how in the industry they do this to people. They don't want certain stories to get out, so they weave a web. But I'm going to let him speak. I hope you guys enjoy the video. I added some articles for context, and I will see you guys later. Enjoy.
And we're 30 minutes in. So do y'all want to get to the shits now, or do you want to... all of it is the shits to me, because I want to talk about the Empire dude.
Okay.
That's
He
nuts
finally
to
made
me.
a statement,
That's
right?
Yeah, he did.
Man.
It's an interesting statement.
All right, I'm shutting up then.
Why?
No, we can't
Because
shut up.
I'm insensitive. Y'all talk.
No,
What's
you're
the-
not
what's the statement?
insensitive. It is.
You're insensitive,
What statement did he make?
The statement was more saying, he started with "my body's fine, my soul is stronger," the things that we all wanted to hear for his health, because we all care about how he is doing.
Right.
He then went on to explain that everything that happened in the story is factual, and he's going to make sure that we all know it's factual, which was a little odd to me.
It's a lie. He's lying.
But yes, his statement was very vague.
I am happy
and he
that
is
he's-
addressing the people that have said that it is false, and it sounds weird, and everything in that story has holes.
Okay. Yo.
Grow up.
Y'all thought that sandwich was gonna get him out of here? That nigga was getting the subway, goddammit. Safe and sound at 2 a.m.
Listen. Before
Subway is offensive.
Fam, do y'all believe his story?
After reading more of the details, I will say I am.
There's a little bit of skepticism.
I don't even want to say a little bit. I'm very skeptical about the entire story.
It just doesn't. Let's just be honest. It just
Thank you,
doesn't-
Mom.
It just doesn't add up.
Yeah, like I hate when niggas think black people are stupid. Or people are stupid.
If I get beat up right now, and this is just me, if I get jumped outside right now and dudes tie a noose around my neck, I'm not waiting 3 hours, 2 hours to call the police, and for sure when the police show up, that noose will not still be around my neck.
And that's the first thing that should have gave you reason to quarrel. Any black person
Good SAT
that
word.
tells you that they had a noose put on them and left it there for the next 45 minutes, you should ask questions.
Yeah.
That's not a normal thing, just in psychology.
Yeah.
But okay.
It didn't even have to
Got
be
it.
loose. If it was whatever on me, that wasn't on me before I left my house.
He said in the
on me.
statement that he was doing it to preserve the evidence.
Well, I would believe that if
call the cops from
I would
right there
believe
at the
that
scene.
I would believe that if your next move after this attack was to call the police, it was not.
Right. It was not. Exactly.
You called your manager, and that was 40 minutes later.
Yeah.
And then the police got a call, and then it became a witch hunt of evidence because they know there's footage, so there has to be footage. So then the cops go and get footage. And they didn't get footage of an attack because they didn't call these people suspects. They called them persons of interest, which you do when you just have a picture of some shit and you have no idea what the fuck these people did. But how could that be the case when there was a letter sent to Chicago Fox 5 News of a bunch of pasty shit pasted everywhere? Letters, it looked like the Silence of the Lambs nigga wrote that shit.
Yeah.
But that's cool. That could possibly happen.
For sure.
Got it.
Sure.
Then you're telling me Lee Daniels was the first person to post about this attack and immediately deleted it. Okay. That's fine too.
Can we just be honest?
That's fine too.
Can we just be honest for a second? Who would want to attack this dude? Like, how he's not a person that somebody would say him. We're going after. He's not that. I'm not saying he's not relevant, but we don't talk about him every day. He's not somebody that's big in the news every day. He's not like. So I just don't even understand why. That's just it's such a random thing, and it seems like such an elaborate plan. But when you look at it, it's like this does not make any fucking sense. Clearly, somebody came together and planned something and tried to cover all of their bases. Like, okay, let's send a letter here. Let's do this. But it's like when you look at it, fam, this don't make no fucking sense.
Hey, let's talk. Let's talk further. I'm not going to go all the way with what you're saying because hate crimes do exist.
Absolutely.
So if this were indeed a hate crime, we wouldn't say that.
Right.
But we don't feel that it was.
Right.
Us.
Right.
Us. And, it's a shame that we in this era where I got to think twice about if I'm allowed to think something.
Right.
I don't believe that nigga was a hate crime. I don't believe that.
Right.
Sorry. I should reserve that right, is what I'm saying today.
Which makes it all the worse if that is the case, because these hate crimes do happen.
Right.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
So now you're taking away from the believability, which I don't even know if it's a word. But it's
I think it's a word.
Yeah,
and if it's not, you body that creation of a word.
Yeah.
I mean, in the event that it is false, it's also bad, like to add the political element to it. You give it.
Wait, y'all fast forwarding.
Okay.
Let me just explain a little more.
Go ahead.
So, what was the last thing said? Cops called 45 minutes later. Funny letter sent to Fox News. Oh, Lee Daniels post and delete. That's fine. But then the very next post I saw was from Taraji,
Right.
and it said, "Hey, vicious attack, blah, 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 blah." The third line was,
stream his music.
Stream his music. Make sure his music is streamed 50 million times. Wait a minute now. You're not telling me that somebody involved in a hate crime is you trying to promote their music. That just don't seem right to me.
That didn't even feel like Taraji saying that.
I could never see Taraji saying that. And I don't know her, but it was just,
I don't know her
felt
either.
Weird.
And if it didn't feel weird, it felt weird coupled with Lee Daniels post and delete, and it felt a whole lot weirder when the video of whatever single she was promoting had a dude with a noose in it. I've seen enough.
Yeah. It's a little fishy.
I have seen a fucking enough.
That's some sick shit.
In my opinion, and this is my opinion, and I'm explaining this to y'all because I had to learn this as well. I had to learn why I couldn't immediately come tell y'all that I had a fight with 7 niggas the day before the Third Story video shoot where I got my fucking ass beat. I couldn't tell y'all that. Mm-hmm. And I told some people that were in my best interest. Mm-hmm. And some of the conversation was, let's come up with a story. I'm telling you that when famous people are doing something that they have no business doing, sometimes stories are created to protect against that.
Absolutely.
And what better way to do it than something that no one will question, which is a hate crime.
Absolutely.
And if I thought you would question one hate crime, guess what the fuck I'm going to do? You guessed it. I'm going to put icing on the cake and make it 2. You black nigger and you gay bastard. That is appealing to a multitude of audiences.
Yeah, for sure.
And what Jinx said to me earlier was, damn, I never even thought about none of this shit you saying, Joe, because I never looked past hate crime. You said it was a hate crime and I'm all in. That's the point, Jinx. We're in an era today where emotions are manipulated by the powers that be. I'm not saying that is what's happening because I do believe that he was attacked. Did you guys hear the story that was on Reddit? You did?
Yeah,
You did? Yes.
Yeah.
Should we share with the audience? Should I do it? Should y'all do it?
Lovers quarrel. He was flirting with somebody else's boyfriend or lover.
And they followed him home from the gay nightclub in Chicago that he frequents often. And they beat him up. And not saying I believe that. But when I see the pictures of him beat up, that's how it looked.
And who's walking around
Because
in cold Chicago with bleach at 3 in the morning?
Well, forget about that. I never met a kind racist that was attacking me.
Right.
If you're telling me that somebody who hated the fact he was black and gay attacked him, that don't match the picture I saw. That's me. That's me. All I'm saying is there is at least 25 different reasons to be a little skeptical. And that's outside of just the times we're in. It's tough to believe things. I don't believe Hollywood. I don't believe actors. I don't believe police. And I don't believe the government. And all of those entities are here.
Yeah. And they're loud.
That's a wild.
They're very loud.
I'm being honest. That's how I feel. So pardon me if my third eye is a little attentive. I don't want to be insensitive to anybody who has ever been the victim of a hate crime. Please.
Absolutely.
Please no.
Absolutely
Please
not.
no. And I want to be sensitive to him because he was attacked, period. Period. This dialogue is only about the timeline and the reasoning that's been told to us as the viewing public. I don't really agree with it.
It doesn't add up.
It's a little nuts.
Yeah,
It's a little nuts.
It just
It's a little
doesn't add
nuts.
up.
It is.
And if it comes out that this is indeed a hate crime and this happened, then we will apologize.
I will be the first person to apologize.
but
Please.
as of right now, this is very, very suspect. That's all I'm saying.
And I'm waiting on the footage because I was skeptical for a little while, and people said, "Come on, Joe, there's footage," and I said, "Nothing," because there's nothing you can say when somebody says there's footage. So I was waiting for the footage, and then they put that picture out, and the two niggas look like ghosts. I ain't see a red hat. I ain't see white skin. They ain't even have a white walk. I couldn't tell who these niggas was. You think you can tell a walk? I had no idea who they was.
Yeah, the footage wasn't very.
It wasn't
much there.
It was a little grainy.
Yeah, it wasn't much.
You can't see it standing up in court.
Yeah.
Oh, this whole shit sound like a setup out of Hollywood.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't believe anything. I'm jaded.
No, I'm with you on this one for sure. I'm with you.
And I think he's going to let it blow over. That statement was so vague that I think he's just going to let this roll out.
I am still waiting to hear from the girl that was in the car crash with Terrence J.
You will never hear.
But I'm not joking. Why won't I hear it? Because I ain't supposed to hear it.
Right.
I'm not supposed to hear it. But that's all I'm saying. It's Hollywood.
Yeah, I feel you.
And this may sound...
You telling me I'm supposed to believe something out of Hollywood? Wait, and then I saw some docs that told me Hollywood was started in conjunction with the mob?
Oh yeah, I mean.
Oh wait,
absolutely.
you just found out about that?
Do you want me to believe Hollywood? Yes, I just found out.
Oh yeah, no, that's...
I also
been
just
fact.
found. Listen, I told you guys a few weeks ago that I looked up my fucking family background on my father's side this past week, and I looked up my family background on my mom's side, and let me tell you,
You're Irish.
You and Rory are brothers?
My God.
fucked up. You don't think that's fucked up?
That you and Rory are brothers? No.
That I'm not really supposed to be light skinned. I'm dark skinned,
Oh, okay.
but I'm light skinned.
You got dark skin tendencies.
We ain't gonna talk about it. It's fucked up though. Ancestry.com, man.
Is that the site that your mom they told us she's from the world? Was
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, Ancestry.com.
That's sick. That's a sick ass response.
Joe went and logged right in.
You're from the world.
I did.
He's related to Rory.
Oh,